if you were setting this up, again, identifying the tangent is positive in quadrants 1 and 3, the sine is positive in 1, so you know that you're going to look at this triangle. If the tangent is 1, tangent is opposite over adjacent, you can use that as your ratio so that you're not working with the radicals here. 1, 1, this would be root 2, a little bit easier to use the Pythagorean theorem for that. And now when you're solving, your cotangent is the reciprocal of 1. Your cosecant is the reciprocal of root 2 over 2, which again is just root 2. Your cosine is here your adjacent over hypotenuse. 1 over root 2 rationalizes to root 2 over 2. And then finally your secant is the reciprocal of that, which again would be root 2. So you can use whatever ratio is easier. Okay? When you look at this next problem, it might be easier to use the number. If there's one number that's not a fraction, that might be the easier one to use. So here you're told that the secant is negative. Well, secant corresponds as a reciprocal to which trig ratio? Secant is the reciprocal of cosine, which are x coordinates. So the two quadrants that have negative secants are going to be quadrant 2 and 3. And then the cosecant is reciprocal of sine. So which two quadrants, or which of these remaining quadrants here, or which of these two quadrants would have a positive sign? 2. So you know that the triangle that you're going to draw is going to be located in quadrant 2. Okay, and so if you use either of these trig ratios to set up your right triangle, you can use the one that gives you the easier fraction here too. So cosecant means that the sine of t is its reciprocal, 1 over 2. So if the sine is 1 over hypotenuse 2, it makes it an easy right triangle to create. You can then use Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus 1 squared equals 2 squared. Simplify what you have. You get a squared is equal to 3, or a is equal to the square root of 3. Now, when you look at these, your y value is positive, so that stays at plus 1, but your x value is negative, so this is going to be a negative root 3. So when you set up your cosine, which is adjacent over hypotenuse, you get negative root 3 over 2. Your tangent is going to be opposite over adjacent, so 1 over negative root 3, when you rationalize it, becomes negative root 3 over 3. And then the reciprocal is going to be negative root 3 over 1, so just negative root 3. And that gives you your remaining trig ratios